Hello everyone, how are you doing, and welcome back to Thimbleweed Park. In the previous episode we got the county map, finally, and we can now go to the other places outside the town. This yellow area is the town, as you can see by the key here. The bridge is where we found the body. The cemetery is where we passed originally but didn't go into. And there is also the vista where you can see we are now. That's our little person there. The hotel, the old circus that we've seen in the past as Ransom, the radio station and radio tower, the abandoned factory, the trailhead into the forest, and the Edmund mansion. And I think that's all of them? Yeah. However, in this episode we are going to have a look at the hotel, and we will finally encounter the next flashback. Beautiful background art again on here. I love it. I'm going to take that speck of dust, thank you. And I'm going to go inside.
You're investigating here too? I wouldn't go in there if I were you.
What do you mean? Why shouldn't I go in?
Because you're probably superstitious and would believe all that claptrap about paranormal activity in the hotel.
Paranormal? What nonsense.
My thoughts exactly.
What are you doing here?
Well, Chuck's brother Franklin went missing a few weeks ago.
Is he the body by the bridge?
Nope. But this reporter's note says there's something odd about the whole thing. I'm working up a story, but the only lead I have is someone seeing him here briefly a few weeks ago. He was seen around the lobby area. Then he just vanished.
Big day today. I'm meeting some promising investors. I know they'll believe in my plan to turn the dying pillow factory into a highly profitable stuffed toy factory. It can't fail. Just gotta check into a room without Chuck knowing about it. He has eyes and ears everywhere. I'll need a disguise. Also need to copy this prospectus so I can give it to the investors and keep my copy. Chuck wouldn't know a good idea if it hit him. Stuffed toys of the future. What luck finding some investors. Better get ready for them.
Okay, so once again we have a to-do list, and this is Franklin's flashback. Here, Franklin Edmund, this is Dolores' father and Chuck's brother, of course. The kind of slightly wimpy brother who just wants to make toys. Once again we have a to-do list like we do with all the characters. Just to reiterate about that, I think it's a really, really neat addition to this kind of game, because it's the kind of thing that you have in big open world non-linear games like, you know, in Skyrim or Grand Theft Auto or Assassin's Creed or things like that, where you have a basic system to keep a track and keep a list and a record of all the different things you've got going on at one time, and help you to not get overwhelmed. And this is the same sort of thing. Of course all the characters have a list of objectives to follow, and it doesn't make it easier. It doesn't, you know, make it easier or harder really. It's just really nice to have it. So disguise appearance, check into hotel room, get to duplicate of prospectus. This is where the puzzles start to get a little more challenging, but this one is still fairly straightforward, this flashback. We'll go over here and we can meet the hotel manager. Now this is quite possibly the best character in the entire game.
Why, hello, Mr. Edmund. We weren't expecting you in today. What can I do for you, Abu, sir?
I'd like a private hotel room.
What do you want a hotel room for, Mr. Edmund Abu?
None of your business.
I don't know why you'd want a room when Chuck Abu always has plenty of space for you in his penthouse suite.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
How else may I be Abu of service?
Do you have photocopying here?
But of course we do, Abu. Abu. That is to say, we normally do, but we've run out of paper, Abu. Unless I get more paper, Abu, I won't be able to help you out.
I'm going to go now. You didn't see me.
Goodbye. Have a nice evening, Abu.
I can't talk to him like this. I have to put on a disguise to fool Chuck and his spies.
So, it's this guy again, right? But now he says Abu, so obviously it's just the same cheap joke again. But the way that the Abus are positioned in his sentences get more and more ridiculous the more that you talk to him, and it just makes me... The first time I heard it all, and the second time, I was creasing up laughing. I think it's so like such a classic Ron Gilbert sort of in-joke. Anyway, what we're going to go and do is go over here and talk to this kid who's listening to some very noisy music. So we need to turn the music off so that it doesn't drown out my voice.
Hey dude, what's your damage? Yo dude.
So this kid has a like sort of Groucho Marx kind of false nose and moustache and glasses thing. Obviously that's going to be our disguise. He also has some really bodacious and radical 80s clothing. I actually have a 1980s sleeping bag with almost the same pattern as his shirt. And so it makes me happy inside. And my girlfriend has very similar trousers to that. Let's see.
What's that jacket you're wearing?
The latest and greatest jacket. It zips in the front.
Don't most jackets do that?
You're too old to understand.
What's on your face?
They're the latest and greatest nose glasses from the Jason the News Guy adventure game from Mucus Phlegm Games. With these on, no one knows who I am.
Jason the News Guy. That's a game I would play. I think that might be a sort of vague pastiche of Zack McCracken and the Alien Mindbenders, because that's a Ron Gilbert adventure game from back in the day where you play as a news reporter, and it's a brilliant game. Hopefully I'll get round to playing that at some point in the future, but you know, I don't want to take too many things on at once. We'll just get through this first.
What's on your feet?
The latest and greatest Reeboks. I just got them. Aren't they rad?
What's with all the latest and greatest?
I'm not grody like you. Everyone knows that unless you've got the latest and greatest, you might as well barf. I'm not risking my reputation by touching anything that's not like the latest and greatest.
What if I said you didn't have the latest and greatest stuff?
Like, barf me out. All my stuff is totally the latest and the greatest.
Your jacket is not the latest and greatest.
Yeah, right. I'm so sure.
Your glasses are not the latest and greatest.
These glasses have got to be the latest and greatest, aren't they? Did something newer come out? Nah, you're wiggin'. I can't trust a dweeb like you.
I would totally know what was the latest and greatest.
Oh yeah? I bet you don't know anything about what's the greatest right now in 1987. Prove you're not just an old dweeb from the 50s.
Sure, I can prove it. I'm totally bodacious because I can talk like you and...
Alright, so what you've got here is another randomly generated puzzle parameter thing here. So any of these could be the right answer, but only one of them will be, and you have to do 3 of them. But what you can do, which I've not shown before, is if you hit the full stop or period key on your keyboard, you can end any line of dialogue which is being spoken, so you can, if it's not right, you can skip through it if you've already heard it. But we'll get through this now and see how we do.
I know this gnarly dude who...
Okay, so that was right. So gnarly dude was right, because the kid will stop you if it's wrong.
Publishes a zine and...
Get real! I'm like totally stopping you right there. No one who's tight would talk like that. No way do you know what's rad right now, poser!
I would totally know what was the latest and greatest.
Oh yeah? I bet you don't know anything about what's the greatest right now in 1987. Prove you're not just an old dweeb from the 50s.
Sure, I can prove it. I'm totally bodacious because I can talk like you and... I know this gnarly dude who... was on MTV and...
Okay, MTV's right. And it has OMG YOLO hashtag trust me. Which that can be the right answer though.
Tells me what's sweet. OMG YOLO hashtag trust me.
Get real!
No, he didn't like that one. Okay, so...
I would totally...
Oh, for
skip
sure.
through this.
I know this gnarly dude who... was on MTV and... tells me what's the cat's pajamas and what's the bee's knees.
Get real! I'm like...
Nope, didn't like that one.
I would...
Oh, yeah.
Sure. I know this gnarly dude who... was on MTV and... tells me what's wicked and what'll gag me with a spoon.
Whoa! You're legit! I totally believe you know what's tight right now. When you've got something new and sick, I'll trade you. Until then, I'm gonna rock out. Ah, don't you just love this music?
No, I do not.
Hey dude, what's your damage?
Actually, I do love 80s
If you don't
music.
have the latest and greatest for me, I don't have the time for you. Ah, don't you just
Oh,
love
you dick.
this music?
Alright,
Hey dude, what's your damage?
we just give one of these teddies to him, it doesn't matter which one.
Dude, check out this rad new pillow bear. It's righteous. Big time righteous. I'll do you a favor and trade you.
You do that for me? Oh, sick! Ooh, what do you want to trade?
I'll trade you the bear for your glasses, no faking. Gag me. Your glasses totally make you look like a dweeb.
No, duh! Take the glasses then. Quick, before anyone notices I have them. First, here's my used gum for your collection.
I don't have a gum collection.
Never mind that. Now give me that bear so I rock it out.
Sure, dweeb dude, gnarlicious, I can't keep this up. Let's get this over with. Here it is.
Sweet! You're ace. Later, dude.
See you later, mate. We've got the nose glasses.
Nobody can recognize me now with this foolproof disguise.
Perfect. And now we can check in.
Welcome to the Edmund Hotel, most beautiful hotel Abu in the Thimbleweed Park County area. How may I be Abu of service?
I'd like to check in.
Okay, sir. What's your name, Abu, for the booking?
Some nice 80s references here. I am going to pay tribute to the late and the extremely great Georgie Michael.
George Michael.
Of course, Mr. Michael. We have a lovely suite Abu for you on the 11th floor. Your suite has been fitted with the new state-of-the-art Abu Hotel Tron 3000. It's such new technology, Abu, that we're still fitting out the rooms on the 10th floor. How else may I be Abu of service?
All the room numbers and floor numbers and things that are involved in the puzzles here are all randomized, and so you need to pay attention to everything that he tells you. So notice that he said the 10th floor is being refurbished, so we need to go up there next.
I'm going to look at your beautiful lobby.
Goodbye. Have a nice evening, Abu.
Cheers. Let's go in the working elevator and go up to the 10th floor. And we do have to wait for it to go up there every single time, which is slightly irritating. And we have the kids' bubblegum, which looks extremely dodgy in the inventory there. So this is the Hotel Tron.
It's a photo of a perfectly clean standard room.
We will take these deluxe photos. And these rooms are open. All of the other rooms on the other floors will be closed at this point, and we need the room key cards. See, we have 1108 as our room. But we can go into these unmade rooms, and what we need to do is pick up 4 pieces of stationery. The stationery is always going to be on this little corner table here. So we'll get one of those. We need 4 pieces of paper in order to photocopy the prospectus. And there are more than 4 available, but we just obviously don't need to go and collect pointless inventory junk. Not that I'm against pointless inventory junk, but still, we only need 4, so it would just be wasting time. That should do it. And now we can go back to the lobby and watch the lovely elevator lights move all the way down again. And yeah, this does get old after a while, but the hotel is probably the greatest area in the entire game, so it could be worse. We can photocopy the prospectus.
Welcome back to the Edmund Hotel, Mr. Michael. How may I be Abu of service?
Do you have photocopying here?
But of course we do, Abu. Abu, Abu, Abu. That is to say, we normally do, but we've run out of paper, Abu. Unless I get more paper, Abu, I won't be able to help you out.
Could you use this as photocopying paper?
That should be all the paper, Abu, I need. What would you like to photocopy?
This prospectus document.
Sure thing, Abu. Well, that's all I need. I'll be back in a jiffy, Abu.
One task done. Now I should go to my room and prepare.
Can do. Will do. Shall do. Let's go. Up to floor 11, which is going to take ages to get to. You can see how this is going to go, right? Because the hotel isn't only used in this flashback, of course. When we got here with Ray, that was just our entrance to this building. We have a lot more to do in here before the game is over. 1108, which is going to be down this end. 1108, there it is. Use 1108 keycard in room 1108.
Hello? Yes, only on Tuesdays. Yes, I'm almost ready for our meeting. I've just got to wrap up a couple more things. I'll call you back when I'm ready. What's that monstrosity? A hotel Tron. Chuck must have had them installed recently. I'll have to find a way to stop it recording my meeting.
So what we are going to do now, because this is like a security camera, right? And so we need to hoodwink this camera into thinking that there's no one in the room. So first of all, we'll use the kid's bubblegum with the camera lens. And then we've got, if you remember, a picture of a perfectly presented standard room. So we'll use that in front of the camera to make it think that the room is empty.
Waiting.
What was that? I guess it was nothing. Looks like the Tron machines are working perfectly.
No reaction. Perfect. Now Chuck will have no idea what I do in my meeting. I'm finally ready for that meeting. Better give the investors a call to let them know they can come up. You can come up to my room now. I'm ready. Back to being plain old Franklin. That was quick. Oh, it's you. How did you know I was here?
Franklin was never seen again. I asked the sheriff for more information, but there was nothing. No body, no Franklin. Some of the more superstitious types claim he's haunting this hotel, but those of us dedicated to fact-finding know that must be poppycock.
That's an interesting story. So Franklin's dead as well?
No one knows for sure if he's dead. Isn't it a great time to be a journalist in Thimbleweed Park? One missing, a mystery body, and Chuck died of a heart attack. Did you find out the identity of the body in the river yet?
We're still working on it.
Have there been any obstruction or renos to your investigation?
What do you think?
Enough said.
But you didn't answer my original question. Why are you here?
I see I can't fool you. If you ever want to switch professions, we need reporters like you.
That still doesn't answer my question about why you're here.
Okay. I was following up on a report that Franklin checked in here under a pseudonym.
Finally. A pseudonym? What was it?
All I could find out is that a man with a large nose was seen around the same time as Franklin.
And?
That man checked in under the name George Michael, so it may not have been Chuck's brother.
What room did the man with the large nose check into?
It was a room on the 11th floor. I couldn't find out anything more without a shiny official badge, like you have.
Why is it so hard to get information from you?
Let's call it a job interview. As I've said, I need good reporters, so I don't have to run all over the county.
I don't have time to be a newspaper reporter.
Fair enough, but you know where to find me.
Thanks for all the information. See you later.
If you find out anything publishable, stop by the Nickel to let me know.
Excellent stuff. So we have our lead. Let's check the notebook here. Find out what happened to Franklin. Yeah, and we still need all the stuff for the arrest Tron 3000 in the town hall. At the moment we only have Ray and Reyes available, but that's about to change quite soon We also have Reyes' notebook, which we haven't given back to him yet, not that that makes much difference at this point. Let's talk to our friend Abu here.
Welcome to the Edmund Hotel. Most beautiful hotel, Abu, in the Thimbleweed Park County area. How may I be Abu of service?
Hello, Sheriff. Why are you moonlighting as the hotel manager?
Oh, Abu, I'm not the sheriff, I'm the hotel manager. The sheriff says that annoying Reno thing all the time. You'll never hear me doing that, Abu.
Sure. Whatever. Is anything going on in the hotel today?
Nothing, Abu. Certainly not more cases of food poisoning. Definitely not, Abu.
Do you know what happened to Franklin Edmund?
Huh. I saw him, but I don't know, Abu, what happened to him. Funny thing, Abu, though.
Go on.
That same day, a man with a large nose, Abu, checked in and then disappeared.
You don't say. That is an odd Reno coincidence. What room did he check into?
Oh, let me see, Abu, now. It was a Mr. George Michael.
Sounds legit.
He checked into a room, Abu, on the 11th floor.
I'd like that room key for our investigation.
I'm not sure I should do that without a warrant, Abu. But since there's nothing to see there, I suppose, Abu, I can give it to you.
Thank you. Finally.
How else may I be Abu of service?
As you can see, the Abus are getting slightly more ridiculous as they go on, but they are going to get worse, believe me.
I'm going to check out your, interesting lobby.
Goodbye. Have a nice evening, Abu.
We've got the 1108 keycard. We are going to go straight to the room that Franklin checked into. Oh, a speck of dust. I'll have that. There was a really nice blog article on the Thimbleweed Park development blog while the game was being made, all about this hotel elevator and the general kind of hotel room floors and stuff on their own. It was like really amazing because he showed all of the logic and the code about how the elevator was programmed and stuff. Very insightful if you have any kind of interest in game development, which I do. Let's go and look in here. So obviously there isn't much to see.
The Hotel Tron 3000 seems to think this bed is made. That gum appears to be the only evidence that Franklin was ever in this room. I'm not touching that.
Notice the picture is gone, which is interesting.
Another landscape. I'd rather look out the window. It's getting dark out there now. Looks like the other painting. The lid of a toilet. Things don't get more amazing than that.
You're right there. There isn't much to see in here, so we'll move.
What was all that about? Why couldn't they see me? I'm dead? Well, I guess that's probably what I deserve.
About time you joined us in the land of the almost dead.
Who are you?
I'm Xavier, the head ghost, and I'm in charge of the ghosts. I run a tight ship. Everyone must pull their weight or face the penalties.
What do you mean, pull their weight?
Don't ask. Time to update the schedule for everyone to follow. Clara, you're on elevator duty. Don't let anyone get to the penthouse.
I was just on elevator duty.
No arguing. Now, Virgil, keep up the good work on front door duty. Don't let anyone in or out of the hotel. It's about time the living started realizing who's really in charge around here.
That doesn't seem right.
That's irrelevant. New ghost, you're going to scare at least 2 people who try to use the drinking fountain in the lobby. Okay? Everyone to work. What are you waiting for, Clara? By the way, your brother died.
Chuck's dead? When did that happen? I'm free of Chuck's tyranny. That is, I know he would have come here to tell me off if he could. I wonder why this head ghost seems so bossy. I've got to scare someone? Maybe I have special powers.
Awesome stuff. So now we can play as Franklin as well. We are stuck with the two of these at the moment. This is when the game starts to really limit and unlimit the characters that you can control at any given time for the sake of the narrative. It means that for this part of the story, you are unable to leave the characters which are in the hotel. It forces the narrative perspective to stay within the hotel, which is like a really clever sort of trick, and this is the point in the game when I started to notice that that was what was going on. Anyway, what we'll do is we will switch over to Franklin, and you notice here that the verbs are actually different, which is reminiscent of the part in The Secret of Monkey Island where you can let Guybrush drown and the verbs all change to be comedic verbs like float, bob, etc. You can do just half of them are just things like this.
Ooh. Maybe I should just find a hole to crawl into. Mom always said I wouldn't amount to much. Blue was never my favorite color. Oh.
And then the other ones are things which actually work, like look at, talk to, and then zap, chill, splash and blow on are things which you can actually use to interact with things in the environment, but you can't interact with humans, and they can't see you or anything like that. So it adds a really, really deep and interesting extra edge onto all the puzzles. Also, I love the way the ghosts look in this game. They remind me of the Robert Zemeckis film The Frighteners with Michael J. Fox. They also remind me of the original Ghostbusters and various other kind of 1980s Pepper's Ghost kind of blue ethereal ghosts with wavy hair and that kind of thing. I think it looks really awesome, and it's really good to have a character to play as who is a ghost, because it's like, you know, it's quite original for a game which really isn't that original. Hopeless things I need to do. Try to talk to Dolores, visit Chuck's tomb to get closure, scare one person at drinking fountain, scare another person at drinking fountain, escape to the afterlife. That's the ultimate goal here. We don't need to open doors or anything, we can just float through them.
Also surprisingly easy.
Yeah, as you can see, we have no option to talk to Ray here. She can't see us. Also, it has this weird sort of rippling filter which gives everything kind of rinsed out colours and stuff, which is cool.
I need to stay focused and solve this murder so I can get on with my plan.
But you can see that Franklin is just about visible here, and that was something that it took me a little while to notice. I guess it was because, I don't know why, maybe I'm just not that observant, but you can see that you can see the ghosts, and that's not just limited to Franklin.
An electrical elevator button. Maybe I've got some useful special power I can use here.
So if we zap electrical devices, then they operate, and you can see that the elevator is coming up to this floor now. And we can get... Okay, we can't actually switch when we're in the elevator, but you can see here's Clara.
You ought to be doing your job, scaring someone in the lobby instead of talking to me. You don't want to make Xavier mad.
I love that character design as well. The kind of late Victorian, Edwardian kind of woman. Reminds me of Clara Clayton from Back to the Future Part 3. That's probably just because she's called Clara, but I do really like the kind of the design of her character with the bonnet and the dress and stuff. It's really cool. We're going down to the lobby here to complete 2 of the objectives on the to-do list, and then I will end the episode, because this isn't really much of a challenge. We just need to... Okay, so we go over to the fountain, and this little bodacious, annoying kid here, drinking from the fountain. We can do one of these things. Let's chill the fountain here. I think we might just have to wait. There we go.
get real. That's totally not the greatest.
What's going on here, Abu?
I better jet out of here.
Oh, it's just the drinking Abu fountain. As long as it's not something serious, Abu, then I won't have to call our plumbers.
Not bad. Now you need to find someone else to scare. Then you will have met your daily quota. I have to get back to work now.
How long are you on door duty for?
Until Xavier says we're all done for the day. Now, deep breath.
This prevents us or Ray from leaving
Deep breath.
the hotel at this point. That is also the other explanation as to why we cannot change characters at the moment. Because old, what's his name over there is blowing on the revolving door. So we need to scare someone else at the drinking fountain to complete our day's chores as a ghost in this hotel. Unfortunately, the hotel manager, Abu, won't move over there, so we do need to get down there with Ray. And that means using the extremely painfully slow elevator once again. Hurrah! I will just do this objective here because it will only take a minute or two, and then I will end the episode, and it shouldn't overrun by too much. And then next time we can sort of carry on from where we were, I guess. Seems like the obvious place to carry on from, right? Don't even know why I said that, in fact. It's been a long day. Down we go. Of course, you could well be playing as Reyes here instead of Ray. There is nothing to stop you from having done this whole flashback scene as Reyes and having gone into the hotel as him instead. All that means is that the reaction from this thing will be different. So we just need to... When the mouse disappears there and you lose control for a second, it's just the elevator door closing. And I was wondering what that was for a while, but it does it every single time you get out of the elevator on any floor. Walk to the drinking fountain, switch to Franklin, same shit again.
The only explanation for that is the plumbing here is terrible. I don't believe in ghosts, unlike certain other agents. Sorry, that's not the reaction you wanted, is it? What I meant to say was... Oh my, I'm so shocked and startled. Please save me from myself.
What's going on here, Abu?
The drinking fountain is having a little moment.
Oh, it's just the fountain, Abu, again? It still doesn't seem serious enough to call the plumbers, Abu.
Passable. I'm surprised you had it in you. Time for another ghost meeting. Clara, Virgil, get over here now. Virgil, good work on the door. That should do it for today. New ghost, average first scares. Keep practicing. Clara, stay on elevator duty. I need some privacy.
This is outrageously unfair. Why do the men get to finish for the day?
Enough complaining. Do you remember what happened last time?
All right, all right.
Sorry about him. We don't know who put him in charge.
Okay, so that's 2 objectives done. I will end this episode here. And next time we will carry on more exciting and mysterious adventures in the Thimbleweed Park County area. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, found it useful and entertaining. The hotel manager is up to some creepy shit here. We'll find out what he's up to next time. But do join me for that. Hopefully it won't be too long until the next episode. Sorry about the delays, etc. Take care, guys, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye!